Hello and welcome back to the channel. Congratulations, you've made it through 2020, unless you do get struck down by, I don't know, a drunk fat man in a sleigh in the next couple of days. You've gone through probably what is one of the hardest years, unless you're a motoring influencer, in which case it's probably been quite a good year. You probably bought 5 new McLarens or something. Anyway, why am I here, and why, more importantly, am I wearing a dad's shirt? Well, I'm here because of the Bible. As we all know, baby Jesus was born in a manger on Christmas Day. And Angel Gabriel then came down and said to Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and Eeyore, "That's pretty cool what you've done there. Who's the dad? Oh, and by the way, it'd be really peng if you did a roundup of the year's car news in the form of awards. So go and do that, baby Jesus." Anyway, Jesus couldn't be here. You've got me, and here are my awards for 2020. I've thrown the bells too far away to pick them up. As usual, I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse the unprofessionalism of this video. I've got everything written down on my phone, so I'll be referring to that. I'm not texting, I'm just making notes. Okay, first award, very exciting. It is Rim of the Year, sponsored by KY. And this is a bit of a no-brainer really. You've had some very thick rims in 2020, the BMW M2 CS. Way too girthy, couldn't get my little clammy hands around it very well. No, Rim of the Year goes to, drum roll, I should do bells really, shouldn't I? It's the Porsche 911 Turbo. Yeah, I drove the Porsche 911 Turbo S back in June before I started this crappy YouTube channel, so I didn't actually film it. But it's got a really small, thin, delicate Alcantara covered wheel if you spec the right option. It was lovely and it controlled the direction the car went. So well done, Porsche, you've won an award. Right, next up, very exciting one. I'm not sure about the name of this. It's called the Makes You Drive Like a Award, sponsored by Ronnie Pickering. If you don't know who Ronnie Pickering is, just Google Ronnie Pickering. There were several entrants for this award. I think a close runner-up is the Toyota GR Yaris, because it does make you drive like a bit of a but no, the winner of the Makes You Drive Like a award is the Mercedes-AMG A45S with 400 and whatever horsepower. It's got four-wheel drive, a drift mode, and a chassis that just wants to go sideways like you wouldn't believe. It out every other car I've driven this year by a wide margin, I have to say. It's fast, it's loud, and it's going to be owned by people you really don't want to associate with ever. But, you know, go and buy one. It's quite good. Next award. Right, onto the most woke award of the evening, morning, afternoon, day, whatever it is where you are. It is the Not Petrol or Diesel Car Award of the Year, sponsored by every drag race YouTube channel ever. Yeah, this is my electric car award. Runner-up of the year is the Polestar 2. Bloody good car, really nice to live with, quick enough, just feels different and like a utility. Like a car should, really. It gets you from A to B and it relaxes you while doing so. Very, very good car. I know a few of you subscribers have actually been out and bought one. Well done. But no, my favourite not petrol or diesel electric car, and the award for that, sponsored by them, goes to another Porsche. It's the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. Again, I drove this before I started my channel, so I haven't got a video on it. I apologise profoundly, profusely, and other pro-prostitutely words. It's very good. I actually drove it on the same day as I drove the Porsche 911 Turbo S, and then I drove the Taycan after that, and trust me, I can't really remember anything about the 911. The Taycan was so good, it raised the 911 Turbo, apart from its steering wheel, from my memory. And it was really good, and it was very fast, and it's bloody good. And if that's the future of electric cars, then sign me up. Let's stop killing the dead dinosaurs. Next award. The next award is, of course, Technology Fail of the Year, brought to you by Betamax. There's only one winner here. It's a very, very clear winner. It's something I've whinged about. Oh yeah, you're probably sick to death of me talking about it. It is The Volkswagen Group infotainment system, you knew it was gonna be that, didn't you? Yeah, it's the new touchscreen infested thing that's just a bit tricky to use. No physical buttons for like the aircon. Setting like the heated seats is a palaver. It's just, I don't know, it's been designed by someone that never used it. Frankly, they must have done hours and hours of testing on that because Volkswagen's got ridiculous development budget. And they still really dropped the ball. So yeah, sorry Volkswagen. It's okay in the Skoda Octavia because at least you've got a little ledge to rest your hand on while fumbling with the touchscreen. That was technology fail of the year. What about the best technology of the year? I'm going to sound like a stuck record here, but it goes to the Porsche Taycan, specifically its torque vectoring, simply because I've sat in numerous press conferences over the years, petrol cars, where they talk about torque vectoring and how it can shuffle 100% of the power to the rear axle and to one wheel, and there's always just nonsense. You can't really feel it. But in the electric Taycan, the dual motor Turbo S one that I drove into around about 70 miles an hour, turned the steering wheel, and it was literally like someone was going like this on my face. It slingshotted round like I was in the orbit of a small moon. It was incredible, and it made it such a good car to drive for a heavy car. So well done Porsche, I've given you too many awards already, but we'll see if that changes. Right, there are going to be some awards in this which aren't about cars. This award is for the most boring type of person on the internet award, sponsored by Dulux paint drying slowly on a wall. This award, there was only ever going to be one winner, and it is people on Twitter discussing ride quality. You're just boring, please stop it. It's either good or it's bad. It's either uncomfortable or it's comfortable. It's livable. If you can, if you want a sporty car, you're going to put up with a bit of ride quality that's harsh. Shut up. Next award. Haha. Interesting. This is the most tedious comment of the year award on social media award, sponsored by me saying award too many times. There are 3 tied winners for this award. They are, he checks his phone, people commenting on the Ford Mustang Mach-E saying, it's not a real Mustang. It is, because Ford gets to choose what they put the Mustang badge on. It's not you on the internet in your shack in Nevada saying, I've got Cheetos everywhere, it's not a Mustang. I'm not going to do an American accent. Second most boring comment of the year is people saying the 4 Series is ugly. Yeah, get over it. We know, we've all got eyes. And the final one, tied 3 ways for most boring comment of the year, is people saying the Porsche Taycan Turbo is not a turbo because it doesn't have a turbo. Just shut up, it's boring. Are you ready for the next award? For this one, I have a co-host to help present the award. It is my daughter's grey bunny, which has a nappy on it, or a diaper if you're an American. Right, Mr. Bunny, this award is Best Noise of the Year, sponsored by this video of an avocado having its stone sucked out. What a great video. Right, this award goes to a car that I actually almost forgotten I've driven this year, which is very bad, but I've driven a lot of cars. It is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Roadster, brackets, US specification model. Yeah, back in September, I got to go and drive the new Aston Martin Vantage V8 Roadster. They were left-hand drive cars destined for America, which meant that I think they were louder than the UK ones. And oh my God, it was brilliant with the roof down, that V8 crackling away on every upshift. It was absolutely fantastic and very antisocial, and it made lovely, lovely noise. I don't know how they've made the AMG V8 sound so different to AMGs, but they have, and they've won that award. Thank you, Bunny. Sorry for throwing it on the floor. Don't poo yourself, though you've got a nappy on, so if you do want to, you can. Next award, which isn't sponsored by anyone because it's, well, it's down to me, really. This is the car that I broke this year. I don't really crash cars. I don't think I've ever crashed a car, in fact, which probably means I'm not trying hard enough. But this year I broke slightly a new Defender, gave it a puncture on an off-road course, probably my fault, being a bit of an imbecile. And my Volkswagen Touareg, it never went round a corner properly when you were driving quickly. So it's a joint award between those two cars. I'll try harder to crash something next year, I promise. Okay, the next one is a very good consumer advice-y sort of award. This is the People's Car of the Year, sponsored by Adult. No, sponsored by nobody. And it goes to the Skoda Octavia. This probably doesn't surprise any of you. It was a nice, normal, amazing car that you can recommend to your friends, to your nan, your mum, your dad, anyone that wants a roomy, practical family car. And it's actually decent. It's decent to drive. The Golf 8 came out this year, so it had stiff competition from that, but the Golf just, I don't know, it felt a bit like Volkswagen had phoned it in, whereas Skoda absolutely smashed it. And obviously it's got a massive boot and all the rest of it. So yeah, big fan of the Skoda Octavia. It wins the award. It wins the award. Right, SUV of the Year award brought to you this year by Greenpeace. Runner-up is going to be the Porsche Cayenne GTS. You might just think it's another Porsche Cayenne. Go and drive one. That V8 sounds furious. It sounds way more entertaining than in any other Volkswagen Group utilization car. And the one I drove was bright orange and on German plates, so that was pretty cool. But no, it actually felt like a decent car to drive, genuinely. I've not driven the updated Alfa Stelvio, that would have been in with a shout. But the winner this year is the Aston Martin DBX. I really loved that car. It just flowed down a road amazingly. It felt magnificent. It looked cool. Got lots of attention if you like that sort of thing. And it just looks different. And it does feel different inside because it's an Aston Martin. It doesn't feel like a rebadged Audi or anything like that. It's a cracking car, and if you've bought one, you're helping to save Aston Martin. Although they are just about to go into Formula One, so clearly not completely out of money. Right, we are getting towards the end of this, you'll be pleased to know. Next up is Event of the Year, Press Event of the Year, sponsored by the Pray for Tim Rodey Fund. Obviously, I usually fly every other week on press launches. This year's been very different. I've been on 3 press launches that are abroad. I did the Ford Puma at the start of the year in the south of France. I did the BMW Grand Coupe M2355i thing. And then there was the Triumph Trident launch, which was a motorcycle. If you've not checked out my bike channel, it's called Tim Rodey Rides Motorbikes, I think. There was a couple of weeks ago, went to Tenerife. Nearly forgotten already. Went to Tenerife, rode a motorbike. It was lovely. Had some good times hanging out with all the motorbike journalists. So I don't know that well, but they're all lovely people. Right. We are getting very close to the end. Let's have some bells. We're getting on to the award for, put the bells down. Now, this is the award for the car I'm most looking forward to driving. Is that grammatical? I don't know. In 2021, presuming that I will still be alive in 2021 and that cars will still be a thing. There's a runner-up here. Well, actually, no. There's just 2. There's 2 cars I'm really looking forward to driving next year. New BMW M3, because I think it's going to be very different to the current one. It's actually going to be able to put its power down, because four-wheel drive is going to be an option, and we're going to be able to talk about the looks. And at the other end of the scale, the Ford Puma ST. I know the Ford Puma is a little SUV and it's all boring, but the normal one skids sideways look you wouldn't believe. I reckon the ST one's gonna be a hoot. I know some people have already driven it, but hey, not me. Okay, 3 more awards, very, very quickly. Disappointment of the Year, sponsored by my parents' view of me. This car I came to with really, really high hopes of being blown away. And I kind of was, but at the same time, it didn't tickle my pickle. The award for the most disappointing car for me of 2021 does go to the Porsche 911 Turbo S. It's furiously fast. That's about it, really. It's reasonably engaging to drive, but I think a normal 911 is probably more exciting. Even a Cayman is probably more entertaining on the road. And yeah, it's super noisy. The road noise is ridiculous. And it just didn't really do anything for me. I know that CarWow are using it in all their drag races and it's beating everything. But for me, it just was a bit meh. And the fact that I immediately forgot about it after driving the Taycan Turbo S probably says quite a lot. Sorry, Porsche, but I'm giving you lots of nice awards. Not because it's quid pro quo or anything, but there we go. Right, this is the final almost award. It's the big one. It's the big one, can you tell? Look at my excitement. My car of the year that I would actually buy with my own money if I had any, brought to you by HSBC's fantastic overdraft facilities, is, drumroll, I've dropped the bells again, the Toyota GR Yaris. I don't think that surprised any of you, but the fact it's reasonably affordable for 270 quid a month or something, and it's a little four-wheel drive rally homologation thing, the likes of which we haven't seen for ages and probably won't ever see again. Just go and buy one if you're half interested in driving. If you want a fun car for the road, forget about, you know, spunking 30 grand on an older Lees or something. Go and get one of these because I guarantee you'll have more fun in it and more sideways action. Can't wait to see them appearing on our roads and people taking them on track days and things like that. It's an absolute peach, and I still think about it every time I go to sleep. When I close my eyes, I see a little Toyota shopping car. Says more about me than the car. Right, let's wrap this up with the final award of the year, People of the Year. There's only one real candidate for this award. It is you, my lovely viewers, my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking and commenting. It's been fun chatting to you this year. Thank you for putting up with my, you know, occasionally crap sound and poor opinions and driving and all the rest of it. I had no idea I was going to start a YouTube channel in 2020. I've been doing car journalism for 10 years or so. I just did this as a bit of fun, really, to make my life more interesting in lockdown. So thank you ever so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in 2021. And I do actually mean that without any sarcasm, that you guys are the best. Thank you, goodbye, hit my bell, all the rest of it. I'm going to eat some chocolate because it's Christmas.